Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Benny, and today we are going to be playing a secret mortar deck. Now, when I say a secret mortar deck, I don't necessarily mean that nobody knows about it. However, I actually do think that, mortar graveyard is a little bit of a secret to most people unless you do play mortar. But we're carrying a graveyard that we're going to be able to kind of pull out of our pocket at some point and catch our opponents off guard. So we've got that secret win condition in this, and I love Mortar Graveyard. If you guys have been watching me for a while, it's one of my favorite mortar decks to play, and we are seeing it back in the meta right now. So we have to have a little bit of fun with that, and I'm very close to Ultimate Champion, so we're gonna make that push this video and kind of get our trophy push started for the end of the season. So let's have some fun with this. Now, he's got the Knight down already. I don't really care about that. It's pretty easy to counter. We want to try to make sure that we are cycling as quick as possible. Oh my goodness, that is just insane. That is such an aggressive first play. I guess not first play, but that is pretty aggressive to start the match off. I'm not going to lie. And it worked pretty well for him because I was not expecting that and I was not ready for it. But we've got the mortar down. We do have the Valkyrie walking in. I don't think it's going to really make sense to use the Valkyrie ability, but we will kind of defend that mortar as much as possible. He does have the Evil Knight down, so we'll get a little bit of bomber damage here, but I don't think we're necessarily going to do anything too crazy here. Now, whenever he plays that graveyard, honestly, having an archer behind the King Tower is what's going to really help us. I do think that splitting the archers is going to be the play here. And I don't think poisoning onto his furnace is going to be the move at all anymore. So maybe what I'll do, honestly, is I'll hold off for now, and I'm going to save my poison for the graveyards specifically. And I'm not going to over defend that furnace. We'll take a little bit of damage, and I'm okay with that. Instead, what I'm going to do is, okay, we got him to use his poison, so that's kind of good. Let's use our skeletons here, and then let's split the evil archers in the back. He is going to go for his evil furnace. I think that I could probably cycle to my poison in time. That I'm okay with, playing that defensive poison there onto that furnace. Let's go Valkyrie right here, and then I'm gonna go graveyard on this side, and we're really going to try to kind of just push on this guy. So let's get these skeletons down there, and then we might as well get the bomber onto the mortar there as well. And he had to use his poison defensively, which works out pretty well for us because that's a lot of elixir, and then he can't defend the left side mortar that we have down. And we will get the bomber damage as well. That's huge. Okay, so let's get the Valkyrie down right here. And then we'll just get that defensive poison, and I don't think we're actually going to take any damage from that graveyard that's like significant, because we're always going to take a couple whacks, but that was not bad at all, and we actually have a nice damage lead there on the left side. Let's keep splitting the archers in the back here because we are going to need them. And then Bomber's going to kind of help us out here. Let's go ahead and let's just get the Valkyrie down right there. Honestly, let's hold off on playing the defensive poison there because we are going to defend that graveyard reasonably well. It's not going to be that difficult. We actually got the mortar shot on the tower. That's really good for us. Let's get the archers down up high here because then he can't go for the poison right on the graveyard, and that should kind of help us defend a decent amount. I'll pull that knight away using the Valk, although honestly we probably didn't need to do that. Let's pop that Valk ability though so that we can shred through the goblin cage and deal with that berserker as well. And then, okay, let me think here. Let's split these in the back. Let's go mortar opposite lane here. Let's get the bomber down. We'll use our poison defensively if we need to. Let's actually use the snowball a little bit here. We're going to interrupt that furnace just so that, we kind of slow it down. Maybe, ideally, one time we do that, we'll get a mortar shot, but we'll see. Then I am going to do this here. Let's go ahead and let's get the bomber down there. Ooh, that's not going to do a great job of countering, but we do actually have the mortar lock on the opposite side, so that's really good damage for us. And then I am going to play the poison here. One more shot would be great. We do get it, so that's good. Let's get the Valkyrie down here, and let's get another mortar and just kind of push this guy. I'll go Evo Archers in the middle, because then we can start to snipe stuff that he's playing to kite, and we'll get rid of that berserker, hopefully. And then there's his graveyard, so I will just go for the defensive poison right there. We might as well, not take any risks or anything. And then let's pop that Valkyrie ability again, because that just absolutely demolishes everything this guy tries to do. And we are actually going to get the mortar lock again, so we've got the archers down. We're doing pretty good. Let's just get a lone graveyard there, because even if we get one hit, this guy's in trouble. And then I will go for the poison onto the tower as well. Let's actually get that snowball there just to give us a little bit of extra bonus damage, and that is going to be a win off of our first match. So we'll give him a good game, we'll give him a good luck, and let's go on into the next one. Are you beautiful people? We are on to the next one, so I'm going to get that mortar down for the first play, because it would not be a Benny video without a mortar first play. Oh my gosh, are we up against Hog Earthquake? That is insane. Okay, let's get the archers down, and I'm going to put them right here in the middle in case he tries to reverse the direction of that Mighty Miner, but I also kind of wanted them in a spot where we could get the King Tower activation if needed. Honestly, guys, I don't know if we're going to be able to win this. I think this is probably one of the hardest counters that we could face, but we're going to thug it out because Benny does not back down from any challenge here. I'm going to cycle the Valkyrie in the back. Man, like his Mighty Miner is just going to shred through my only tank, and I need that tank to be able to get damage with my graveyard, and he has the Earthquake to deal with my mortar, so this just is not enjoyable at all. I'm going to pop that Valkyrie ability though, because we might be able to get it onto the tower and get some nice free damage there. Not a lot of damage, don't get me wrong, but we got something, so I will take that. And then he is going to kind of play that Hog Rider a little bit early. Let's actually play the Snowball as well, just to interrupt it. No hits, please. Oh my gosh, I am so glad that worked out so well for us. Man, getting damage is going to be near impossible in this. Even him having the Firecracker, like there's not much I can do against it. Okay, let me think here. What side do we even want to push? I guess we'll go Mortar on this side, and let's just wait and see what he does. Okay, we got him to play the cannon, so I guess that's good. Let's go ahead and, I guess, split the Evo Archers in the back, and then we do get him to use the Hog Rider, so that's kind of good, but I mean, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. That's a crazy Firecracker lineup. Bomber should be able to take care of that, though, so we are still alive, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just play the mortar, or play the graveyard, because we got to get damage somehow. And then Evo Archer will kind of help us deal with that Mighty Miner. We got a couple hits on the tower, so you know what? Like we're in this. We are still in this. I can't guarantee that we're gonna win it, but we are still in this. We've got the archers going in. There's the Hog Rider, so I am just gonna go ahead, play the defensive mortar there. Valkyrie should deal with that Firecracker pretty easily for us, and then I guess we can always go Bomber, and actually let's try to keep that Valkyrie alive for a second. I'll go ahead and get some more archers down right there, and then let's go for the graveyard, and I am going to actually snowball right there onto the tower as well as the Firecracker, just to help us get some damage on the tower. Oh my gosh, okay, we got some great damage there. We put ourselves back into this. I would love to get a King Tower activation here, but even having to play that mortar there, it kind of makes it impossible for us to get that King Tower activation. That was a bad Firecracker for him to play. In fact, I'll even use my snowball if I have to. Okay, let's go Valkyrie, and then let's go Graveyard. And then if he tries to stop us, let's pop that Valkyrie ability there, see if we can get it closer to the tower. Oh, that's too bad. Okay, we are still going to get some decent damage onto the tower there, though, so I will take that. We've got the poison on the Firecracker. I have my snowball that can bail us out if we need, and that was a kind of bad Hog Rider, so I will actually pull that right into the middle there so that we don't have to take any damage. Let's go Archers in the back here, and then let's just go Valkyrie like this, and then let's pop that snowball down because we want to kind of interrupt that Mighty Miner as well as deal with that Hog Rider. I'm going to pop the Valkyrie ability so that we can get rid of that Firecracker. I hope, oh my gosh, okay, hold up. Ooh, no, that is so bad. Okay, we'll get the Bomber right here because at least now we'll finally get the King Tower activation, and then we'll just kind of pull that Hog Rider towards the tower. We've got a Valkyrie down. That was just not ideal, man. See, like the Firecrackers are just so hard for us to be able to deal with. That was a really bad Firecracker though that he just played, so we're gonna keep the spam up. I don't even know if he's played an Earthquake here. He might actually not even have Earthquake, but regardless, this is still not a fun deck to be playing against right now. Let's get the Valkyrie down right there, and then let's just pop that ability. There's, oh my gosh, okay, wait, he's got Fireball. That's even worse. Okay, I'm gonna pop that Graveyard down. I do have my snowball, so let's go ahead, let's get that snowball on the tower to throw it down, and then I will get the poison down as well. Bomber is on the tower, so we're gonna get some really good damage there. And then at this point, we just need to make sure that he's not able to get enough damage to make us lose this game, which, you know, makes sense. But let's get the Valkyrie here. Let's make sure that Mighty Miner doesn't get on the tower, get the poison down there, and then I think that should be enough with the snowball. Honestly, this was tough because I was playing it as if he did have Earthquake, so that just kind of changed everything, but we are going to get the win, and so we'll give him a good game and go on into the next one. Alright guys, we're on to the next matchup. Oh my goodness, Hog Rider first play. Love to see it. Back-to-back Hog Rider. Oh my gosh, why do you have Zap with Hog Rider? That is crazy. Okay, so we are going to take a ton of damage off that first Hog Rider play. That just makes me want to beat this guy so bad, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm going to split the archers in the back here, and then let's actually use the mortar to pull some of those guards away and, you know, kind of keep the pressure up on him because he's playing very aggressive. Executioner as well. Okay, so I'm going to just get a Valkyrie down here. Might as well keep the archers alive for a second or two, and then I'm not going to commit to anything. But, you know, by getting rid of that Executioner, then at least I don't have to deal with it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, man, dude, that sucks. Okay, hold up. Let's get the mortar down there. We are going to kite really well, so that's good. And the bomber is going to defend pretty well. Holy crap, what a defense. Oh my gosh, that is incredible. Holy, that was a highlight reel defense right there. This guy's deck is bizarre, bro. And honestly, I feel like he's low on elixir. I'm going to take a risk here, and this might be like the end of this matchup here, but we'll see. I'm gonna go for the graveyard because I think his deck is so expensive that I think that it's going to be hard for him to, one, defend it like when we do that, and two, punish us. So we're gonna get really good damage there on that right side tower, and I don't think he has the elixir to punish us right now. I think that, you know, if he wants to get a Mega Knight down, it's gonna take a lot, you know, and he's got an Executioner as well. And yeah, oh my gosh, what are you doing? What is going on? Okay, I don't even know what the script is here to defend this. I'm not going to lie, but we'll get that poison down. He's going to fireball my mortar, which makes 0 sense. That was actually a terrible play because the mortar is not that important to defending here. Let's split the Evo Archers in the back, and then I think he's going to try to build up a push here, so I am actually going to go Valkyrie. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I meant to play my mortar. Holy crap, guys. We might have just lost there. That is not good. That is probably the worst thing that could have happened to us right there. I hope that we're able to hold on to this, but that's a lot of elixir to accidentally waste. That is not good, guys. That is a bad misplay. Let's play the Valkyrie right here, and then... Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to hold off on playing anything too crazy. Let's get the archers down right there, and then... I guess let's just go defensive mortar here, because even if he fireballs, it's not really going to make a difference. And honestly, after that misplay, like I'm lucky to be alive. Okay, I'm gonna get the skeletons down right there. Let's go bomber in the back here, and then shoot. Okay, I'm gonna go Valkyrie on this side. This is very difficult to navigate. I'm gonna go poison though. We'll go defensive, and then let's actually go mortar this side, because why not? And I guess, you know, we could even use our Evo Snowball if we wanted to get the lock on the tower. Let's actually do that there. Oh no, the Tesla got up. So, man, come on. Okay. I mean, we need the Valkyrie there, so we'll definitely do that. Let's get the mortar there, because we're going to get really good splash onto everything, and we should be able to kind of defend. And then let's just split these in the back. And then I'm going to snowball onto the Executioner, and then make sure that I don't take any damage onto the tower. That was a decent fireball. I'm just going to go for a lone graveyard, and then I'm going to hit him with the poison there. We might as well, you know, because if we can get a couple whacks onto the tower there, plus the value from the poison, you know, that's going to work out pretty well for us, actually. So we're going to get some good damage there. I keep using the old graveyard placement, which is not what I should be doing, but... you know, like, who's gonna stop me? So let's go for the graveyard again, and then I'm just gonna get the poison down there again. We might as well. He's gonna go for the defensive Mega Knight. That is not going to help you out very much, man. It is too slow. I will, though, get the Valkyrie down on this side, and then we might as well get a bomber down as well. And then I'm gonna wait to use my poison for a second. I'm going to kind of place it right here on the bridge, so that if he wants to play aggressive at the bridge, he honestly can't. He has to eat a bunch of poison damage. And then let's just go ahead, we'll get the snowball down there. Let's make sure that we don't take too much damage, and then the mortar is going to do its thing. And then let's just get the poison on the tower, because that's honestly all we are going to need here to get the win. We'll get the mortar down here again, and honestly, even though we made a massive mistake there, we are going to come out with the win, and I'm pretty happy about that. Alright guys, we made it into Ultimate Champion, and we're on to the last matchup of the video. Now, I'm going to be honest, this guy is very good. I just saw his recent finishes, and we might have our work cut out for us here. But that's okay, because we love a challenge, so we're gonna do this. Now, let me think here. I'm gonna go Bomber here. And then, see, Ice Wizard isn't really a threat. I'm okay with an Ice Wizard getting on my tower. However, if he chooses to go for a graveyard here, then this becomes a little bit more annoying. We'll get the poison down there. We might as well. Oh my gosh, how did that baby dragon target the archer there? That is so unfortunate. But, ooh, do I do it? I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get the graveyard down. We'll graveyard right back at him. He's going to play the poison defensively, so we're not going to get a ton of damage. We will get a couple hits on the tower, though, so technically we are coming out on top. I probably shouldn't have graveyarded there, to be honest with you, because now he knows we have it, but at the same time, it's maybe not a bad thing if he doesn't want to use his poison offensively. That might not be the worst thing in the world. We'll get the archers there. I probably should have played them to the side, but I think we will be okay. Okay, this is all pretty easy to deal with. And then he's going to maybe Barb Barrel or Ice Wizard on the archers. Okay, there's the Barb Barrel, so you know, that's fine. Let's actually get a bomber here. I don't want to take a whack on my tower, because this is really going to come down to chip damage. In fact, I might even just use my snowball to cycle there on the tower. So we'll do that. He's going to play the Ice Wizard. That's fine. I'm going to go Mortar opposite lane here. No point in letting him build up a push. And then I guess let's just go Evo Archers here to kind of cycle, and then if he plays a Knight to kite, then we'll have that to kind of help us out. There's the Evo Knight, that's fine. Let me think here. Okay, he's going to pop that down. Let's get a Valkyrie down right here, and then we might as well get a Bomber just to make sure that all of that does actually go down. I'm going to get this here. Holy crap, that thing is so quick. Oh my gosh, it does so much damage. That's actually the first time somebody's done that to me, I'm not gonna lie. But we have a decent push going both ways here. Let's get the graveyard down, and then let's actually pop that Valkyrie ability there. And we are going to get the Valkyrie onto the tower, so that's going to be some really good damage for us there. And so we are going to kind of bring some of that damage right back to us, which is very nice. And I think the mortars opposite lane honestly are doing really well, so I'm going to keep doing that. He's forced to play the tombstone on that side. Let's cycle the archers in the back here, and then let me think here. Okay, let's go Valkyrie like this, and then whoa, that was not the ideal Valkyrie there, but that's okay. We'll get these skeletons down. We do actually get the mortar lock on the tower. Not mad about that at all. Let's get the Evo Archers down, and then I'm just gonna hold off for a second. That was a good poison by him. However, now he can't use his poison on defense, so let's wait a second. Let's get the Valkyrie down right here, and then let's just get the graveyard down, and then you know what, I'm going to get the poison down right there. We might as well take that extra damage and get some value out of that poison, especially because this is going to be incredibly close. Okay, let me think here. We actually have to be kind of careful. Let's get these skeletons down right there, and then let's just get all of this down right here. Let's actually pull all of this back as well. Ooh, okay, hold up. That was not ideal. We did take a little bit of damage there. See, honestly, in double elixir, this guy does have the advantage because it's very hard for us to break through here. Man, this is going to be tough. Okay, let me think here. Let's go for the defensive mortar, or the defensive Valkyrie, sorry, and then we might as well just get the poison down and play it safe, because, you know, we can't really afford to take too much damage. I'm going to get the bomber down there. Honestly, that was kind of an interesting baby dragon play there. Let's go like this, and then let's change things up here. So we'll do that, and then let's pop that Valkyrie ability, try to get something onto the tower. And then I'm going to go back with the mortar on this side. Let's wait a second. He is going to get the ability off. Ooh, this is just going to be tough. Okay, let's get the Valkyrie down. If we can get the Mortar lock here, that would be very ideal, but I don't know if we can do it. Let's pop the Valkyrie ability there, see if we can maybe get something going, and then let's get the poison onto the tower there. And then let's just go ahead. Let's get the snowball down. Holy crap, this is going to be so incredibly close, guys. Oh, man, we're going to take too much damage there, though. That is going to be a loss. Honestly, I'm not mad about that. I'm okay with conceding that loss there. That was a very good match. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one.